Beautiful darlings watching on YouTube. This is my 15th anniversary of the very first stream I did. Gosh, it was on Mogulus.com on October 22nd, 2009. I went live on Mogulus.com to do an analysis of a StarCraft 1 match between Flash and Hero on Heartbreak Ridge, where I talked about the two barracks aggression of Flash helping shove back the two Hatch Mutalisk aggression of Hero. That is uploaded to my YouTube if you wanted to watch for a little bit of history. And I was on Mogulus, that later rebranded as Livestream.com. And when I was live there, I had to pay about $30 a month to stream there. That was the business model. If you want to stream, you pay them money. And from there, I went to Ustream and then got invited to Justin TV and joined Justin TV and was invited to be part of the first streamers on Twitch TV. Justin TV grew into Twitch TV, and we're streaming on Twitch right now. And at no point did I ever think that this would become a full-time career. Even like 2 or 3 years into being a streamer, it's still strange to me that I get to, wake up, turn on the stream, talk to the internet, and have you lovely people support me. So first of all, thank you so much to all of you for being along for the ride for 15 years. Everyone on Twitch, if you'd say hello to everyone on YouTube, just say howdy. If you can just, I'm going to bring you on screen. So here they are. Hello. Hi, everyone. Yeah, Frogster. Hello. Hello, YouTube. Yeah. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I wanted to note that as we were approaching this 15th anniversary stream, our lovely modding crew created this video. This is actually a video. You can see that here's the VLC media player at the bottom. They haven't told me what's in it, but they said to make sure that I have tissues nearby. So there I am. Let's begin and see what they've created for me. They've also made a PDF and some images with some stats and stuff. I'm very excited. Let's see what happens. And I haven't balanced the audio on this. So Ghost Stalker, let me know how it is. This is as much as I've seen. Eric is my business partner who's helped me with every single project that I have ever done. And I still work with to this day. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God.
Sean.
Oh my God, Damon! Oh, we are screwed. We're gonna cry a lot, aren't we? Oh my God. Damon is literally right there. Look, there you are. Uh-oh, it's me. I see you. Oh my God.
Holy cow. 15 years. I can barely even wrap my head around it. I've been watching your streams, obviously, since before Twitch was Twitch, and you have been such an amazing, positive force, not just in my life, but I think in the lives of thousands and thousands of people. You should really be.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, man. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Be proud of everything you've done. It's hard to believe that we first met when you very kindly came out to my work
Yeah,
to cast a StarCraft tournament I
that's
was
right.
putting on.
His company was running an SC2 event.
Wow, man. I'm just so thrilled for you and everything you've done, and here's hoping to another 15 years of day 9 amazingness. Love you, buddy.
Mwah, love you too, Damon. Oh my God. Oh my God. And we're a minute and 16 seconds in. Oh my God. Okay, so story time about Damon. I'm actually gonna come back to Damon not being faded out. This is what's the freeze frame you want to be on? Ooh, that's a good one. So when I first started streaming in 2009, you had to pay to stream. As I was saying before, there was not any real way to make money on broadcasting. There was this theory that like ads would maybe be something at some point. And so right around the 2009, 10, 11 era, with suddenly distribution of video streams being a lot cheaper, and also there started to be release of more of what we would consider like modern era esport games, like StarCraft 2, CS:GO, these kinds of titles. Oh yeah, League of Legends, obviously. These kinds of titles were the first ones that were not 1998 versions of games. Like they weren't CS 1.6, they weren't StarCraft Brood War, they weren't the original Quake and Unreal games. And so suddenly in like 2009, 10, 11, all these different communities suddenly had a place to kind of meet up. Like not just around games like StarCraft 2, but around sites like Twitch. And during this era, Damon was one of the people that was just like, I'm just going to run a StarCraft 2 event. And I was over here going like, I'm just going to broadcast about StarCraft 1 and 2 on all manner of sites. And that's how we met up. He's like, hey, do you want to like come out and cast? And one of my friends also worked at that company with Damon. And so it's like, yeah, let's do it. And I actually went there several times to do commentary there. And I mean, a lot of the relationships and community and frankly the industry was just people messaging each other and being like, hey, I'm doing this thing. Do you want to come out? You want to like hang out and do it? I'm going to post on the forums that it exists to invite people. Oh my God. And Damon, it's so incredible to see you here after all these years. Oh my God. Let me come back to Damon fading out. We're probably going to be doing story time throughout this.
Hello, Sean.
Oh, fuck. Hi, Kevin. Oh, shit. Oh, and we got Tango in the frame, too. This dog is Tango. Oh.
It's me and Tango here.
See, I told you.
Some good pets. Just want to say congratulations on the 15-year streaming. It's an amazing accomplishment to be doing that long, especially because you were one of the first. I just want to say that our time that we streamed together was some of my favorite years streaming, just because it was really, really fun to go through the learning process with you. I always feel very privileged that you picked me as the person to do that with you, so just want to say thanks, and very glad that we got to spend that time together. Those many, many Wednesdays playing pubs, and it was very fun to mold you from a fun-loving, clueless Dota player into a fun-loving, clueful Dota player who never annoys me in lane. So I just am really glad that you're still going strong and that you're still making the content worth it, and that so many people still love watching your stream. Anyways, I hope you have a really good day. Goodbye.
That's really nice. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, I need to pull it together. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, first of all, I'm a highly clueful gamer. We're going to stick with that for a while. Oh. So, story time. We got stories for all these people. By the way, what an incredible freeze frame. And so, like, jeez Louise, I'm gonna get emotional about this. Whoo! Be a clueful gamer. Yeah, are we changing the background? Huh? It's not better. It's more clueful. Oh goodness. So, oh man, there was a tough period in my life that some of you know about. I was working at a game studio that went busto, and when you're doing anything creative, you're just burning a lot of your soul to try to make the creative thing as good as possible. In that case, a game, or maybe it's just if you're writing a book, or if you're trying to work on a personal project. You like really infuse a lot of your identity and your energy into that thing. And so when that studio shut down, I frankly, I had a lot more free time. because I was streaming in the evenings, but I remember I would wake up at like 8 and just like not have anything to really do until like 7. And there was this kind of like emptiness, and something that I've really struggled with in my time not playing, my time away from StarCraft, is I love StarCraft. I still enjoyed StarCraft, but I was like a really tip top StarCraft 1 competitor. And I always would struggle when I would play afterwards, this sense that like I was just catching up to where I used to be. And I was never ever going to be as good as I used to be. And it was kind of like retreading over old ground, and so on and so forth. And I remember in that period of time, I was just emotionally struggling, really honestly. And my friends just said, hey, why don't you start playing Dota? Come on, play some Dota with us. And, I was still making like Hearthstone videos, but I started like getting up, eating breakfast or lunch if I slept in, and then just like starting to play Dota. And I just couldn't believe how much fun it was. And honestly, a lot of the joy that I got in StarCraft of just, clicking buttons in real time, you get in Dota. And I really think okay, I'm feeling myself get emotional, and then Midgeworth typed, emotionally unstable. Here's a good idea, play a MOBA. Yeah, okay, I still wasn't making good decisions at that time, all right? Listen, I appreciate that. But I mean, like, playing Dota and, like, starting to meet people and being able to play games with people, and those streams with Kevin. I remember talking to Kevin about, hey, maybe, you'd be interested in doing some educational content with me. I obviously have been watching your videos about how to play Dota 2, and, we sort of came up with this plan that Kevin would teach me how to play this game. Now, I really like educational content. I got my career started doing educational content. I have tried to learn and get coached by a huge manner of different people on different things in my life, even outside of video games. And Kevin made unbelievable videos and examples and like practice little training session things. Like, did this just the most thorough, extensive, thoughtful hand-holding to walk me through learning how to play this game. I mean, it was unbelievable, the amount of work that Kevin put in just to help me learn this game and to make some content. Sorry, getting a little choked up. And I mean, like, trying to get through this, trying to talk. Good God. Whew. So, it's strange. I know what I want to say, but I know the instant I start talking, I'm going to crack. So I'm trying to get as much composure as I can. Man, I was so excited for those Wednesday streams. I just felt really, really excited. And it felt like something I was looking forward to every week for like years. Just playing pub games with Kevin. I mean, there was even a point where, no one wanted to watch me play anymore because I wasn't improving very quickly. And this was way past the end of the educational content. And like, and still on those Wednesdays when I would just go live to like the lowest viewership I was going to have all week, I looked forward to it every fucking Wednesday. Aw, Kevin. Oh, we should play some Deadlock together. I'm equally middling at that game too. Oh. But yeah, no, I mean, I think that like starting to play Dota and feeling joy in that and feeling connection is one of the most important things I've ever been through. And really, Kevin's the reason why. Love you, Purge. Ah. Oh, all right. Oh my God, we're 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the video. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Sean.
Lee, whom I do mostly walking with every Monday. There's her emoticon. Oh my God. I met Lee in 2008 when I went from my undergrad program at Harvey Mudd, graduated there with a focus in math, got my degree in math in undergrad, and then I went off to, in my final year at Harvey Mudd, I always thought I was going to be a math professor. I thought that that's what I was going to do, but the math was too hard. It literally was too hard. I was like looking at these theorems. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. It's like way too abstract. And it was that senior year that I decided, hey, maybe I actually want to make games, right? I've always had this passion for playing StarCraft and for competition and for systems. And I applied to half math grad programs, half interactive media or game programs. And I got into my number one choice, USC. There were 10 of us in that class, and one of them was Lee. The other one was Sean Bouchard, who also I do mostly walking every Monday with both of them. Ugh.
Sean. 15 years. It seems like just yesterday you were running out of Mark Bolus's class or whatever to sprint home to go do some star crafting for your podcast.
How dare you, Lee? How dare you? Okay, wait. I can't believe you did that. Okay, so Lee was one of the people I talked to about starting to do this. Okay? This is how long I've known Lee. And in this is a great freeze frame too. So when I was at USC, in my undergrad program at Harvey Mudd, it's just an incredibly work-intensive degree. There's a lot of classwork. It's hard. It's almost like triage every week, figuring out how to get through your homework. And I got really in the habit of, okay, there's a lot of stuff to do. Let's just start getting stuff done. Let's start getting stuff done. And when I went to from this math program, from this technical college to a creative program at USC, it was like a complete flip in how the faculty approached the program with the students. The idea was, you are a creative. You should be working on your personal projects. The classwork should in a way be supplementary or inspire you to do certain personal projects. And we want to support those projects as much as possible. It was not, hey, welcome to the creative program. Here's exactly the kind of game I want you to make it. You'll be graded on it. Here's a completely different kind of game. Make that and you're going to be graded on it. No, it's like, what kind of game do you want to make? And I really struggled with that in the first year that I was at USC because I was used to being assigned work and trying to figure out how to get through it. The idea of like assigning myself a project. Oh my God. Oh, gross. Oh my God, I got it in my eyes. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right. Oh, excuse me. Gross. Happy anniversary to me. But yeah, I really struggled a huge amount that first year at USC because I didn't know how to assign stuff to myself. And I did some projects with Lee through the year. And then in 2009, my second year at USC on a 3-year program, I just started taking on all kinds of projects, and anything that I impulsively thought might be cool to do, I started doing. And one of them was Day 9 TV, was this freaking thing here. And in your final year in the USC program, you have a year-long thesis where all of your focus as a student is just working on one big giant project. And I had this game that I was trying to work on, but I was also starting to travel around a lot because this is now fall of 2010. StarCraft 2 had just come out. I did 7 tournaments, 7 weekends in a row. So I'd like fly out on the Thursday or the Friday, sometimes the Wednesday. I'd cast all weekend, come home on the Monday, try to work on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, and then fly out again. And I was like burning the candle at both ends. And at the end of that semester, I had one more semester to go, and I spoke to the professors and went, I think I have to drop out. I don't think my body can handle doing all of this at once because there's no way I'm ever going to finish my thesis in time. And my professors went, Sean, just make Day 9 TV your thesis. Just do that, right? This is not, I know a lot of people do games here, but this is an interactive media MFA. So, just make, it is interactive, right? You are live interacting with people as you're doing it, and you have various forms of interactivity on the show. Why don't you just make your thesis Day 9 TV? And I was like, is that a crime though? I don't know. It's like my brain was broken. And so, I made it my thesis. Finally, I was able to just do one thing instead of trying to do like a bunch of different things. And there's like for some reason I can't remember the name of it, even though I've attended many of them. It's like at the end of the year, there's like a 2-week period where a lot of creative programs will have like basically a gallery to show all the students' works. So, you can imagine here's a little station where there's this person's game and this person's game and this person's game and this person's game. And here's the 10 games being showcased as part of the 2011 final year thesis projects. And it's up for 2 weeks so people can like come in and see it. And, people's family came out for the initial day. And, there's a little graduation-ish ceremony that's there. And Lee's father kept referring to my stream as a podcast. And let me tell you something. I'm a lot more chill than I was back then. Because when I was 25, 24, I couldn't let that go. I was like, well, it's not really if you think about it, it's not really a podcast. It's really a web stream is what it is. Right? I was like nitpicking on the word. And this man's just literally trying to chat to me. It's like, oh, this is really cool. This really sweet video podcast. Oh, you're like an expert at this game. That's so cool. And I was like, I appreciate that. I'm an expert, but it's not a podcast. It's not a podcast. And so if you have watched over the years that I've done mostly walking with Lee, we've been doing that for 10 years together. And Lee will occasionally, like right when I've forgotten, she'll go, yeah, dude, I'm like, okay, Sean, Lee, are you ready to go live? And she'll go, yeah, let's do a podcast. And it just always catches me off guard. And then again, this comment where I would run from class to get home in time because I don't have a car. I would run to get home so I could do my show on time. It never occurred to me to just start 15 minutes later. I had to start at the top of the hour on the hour. Oh my God, this is so good.
To go do some star crafting for your podcast.
God damn it. The delivery is even better the second time around. Oh my God.
It seems like just yesterday you were running out of Mark Bolus's class or whatever to sprint home to go do some star crafting for your podcast.
You're starting to grin.
Congratulations. I'm so proud that your podcast has been running for 15 years. And still not entirely clear on what a day 9 is. It has something to do with ice frog? I don't know. Congratulations on being the best day 9 outside of Korea, and
Oh shit. Oh my god, it's so good.
thank you for walking with us. Thank you for meditating with us, I think, more importantly.
Yeah.
And I lost my train of thought, but look, this is profile view, portrait view. So you know it's for real. Let's just take a moment to think about what day 9 means.
How long is this?
Ghosty.
Yeah.
Eric and Ghosty, keep this all in. Don't edit. Don't edit.
Ghosty is the mod who received all of these videos.
Good job.
Lee is one of my dearest friends. We literally just played phone tag earlier on. Tried to call her. She called me. Missed each other. Lee left a message. And it was not that dissimilar to what you just saw. No edits. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Hey.
I'm not surprised. We just got Lee from Mostly Walking. Now we're going to get Sean Bo from Mostly Walking. Let's go. Oh, Diagonally Stack says she does just that throughout every Mostly Walking show too. Yeah, no, me and Sean play adventure games every Monday while Lee just says stuff based on what's happening.
Huge congratulations, Sean and Eric, on this tremendous milestone. It really is a testament to the incredible work that you both have done over the last 15 years. And Sean, as a friend, I gotta say, it's been really wonderful to follow your journey and all of your successes. And I think among your many talents, you have shown an incredible ability to foster a community and not just an audience. And I know that takes a lot of work. And I feel lucky to have gotten to spend so much time with you, not just Mostly Walking and, reaching back to metadating, but going back even further than that, getting to hang out at USC as grad students. You were always a smart guy. You always showed incredible ingenuity. Do you remember the semester that you spent working on that magnet game?
Oh, fuck. Oh my god, shit. Oh, I do now. Oh, I remember it now. Oh god, I want to see where Sean's going with this. Oh man. Oh god. Okay. Okay.
You always showed incredible ingenuity. Do you remember the semester that you spent working on that magnet game? It was always fun to watch the way that your mind worked and to bounce ideas off of you and to work together on stuff. But truly, the thing that impressed me the most was how likable you were. And
Oh my god. And Sean Bouchard's like the most likable human being on the planet Earth. Oh.
some of that is your natural charm, but a lot of it is really deliberate, I think. And I remember, watching you try to figure out how to put people at ease, how to make conversations comfortable for them, listening and really engaging with folks, and connecting with people. And you have an incredible talent for connecting with people. And it was never, putting on sort of a false face or anything like that. It was genuine and earnest, and it still is. It's still just absolutely a treat to get to hang out with you. I love doing it, and so do a lot of other people. So congrats again, and here's to many more years of doing this incredible work, and on to the next glorious adventure.
Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers, Sean. Oh my god, that's so sweet. That's really nice. Oh my god, yeah, what are we? We're at 7 minutes. We're halfway through this. Oh my god. Oh. Let's get a freeze frame of Sean. Yeah, there we go. That's a good freeze frame of Sean Bouchard. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Do I need to hydrate? Yeah, it's okay. I have a giant 3-gallon jug of water here that I just bust out anytime I'm thirsty. I really should get like a hamster feeder that I can just like pull down from above and just take a couple little nectar sips of. Oh my god. Octeo with the 9, Z Sakura with the 10. Thank you for the gifties on our beautiful 15-year anniversary, dang it. Oh man. Oh goodness. Sean Bouchard is an absolutely wonderful human being. Actually now is a professor at USC. And I mean, oh my goodness. It's so funny to hear Sean say those things about me, because that's like exactly what I think about Sean. Sean Bouchard is like the most unbelievable person at being like thoughtful and like a caring, attentive listener. Oh my gosh. And I think Sean has obligated me to talk about the Magnet game. So oh goodness. One of the things that I really loved about playing StarCraft 1 is that it is this game about the feel and the sort of I'll just call it the feel of controlling the units and the execution of hitting all the buttons and how you choose to set up your hotkeys. There's this physicality to playing StarCraft 1. And there's also this strategy. What are you choosing to make with your money? How are you responding to what you're seeing from the opponent in order to just win the game? And I always loved the intersection of the physicality and the execution with the strategy. And since it's my 15-year anniversary, I'll use the same example that I always do. An example of this is in early Terran vs. Protoss in StarCraft 1. Protoss players would often get 2 gateways to make Dragoons, so that way they had enough Dragoons to hold off basically any early attack from Terran, and they would use these 2 gateways worth of Dragoons to secure their first expansion. So it was a 2-gate, 2-base opening. Until someone figured out that if you went 1 gate, got Dragoon range, and then controlled your Dragoons in a very specific way. If you say use the attack hotkey, your Dragoons will kind of glitch out and they look really dumb. But if at times you used hold position instead of attack, you could in effect glitch the game into making this stupid unit really responsive and really precise and shoot without any delay. And so upon figuring out this sort of glitch slash trick, as long as players use the trick and figured out certain timings and patterns with how you shoot and retreat, where to position the dragoons, you could get away without that second gateway and without the dragoon that would pop out of it, sometimes the second dragoon. And suddenly this is hundreds of extra minerals. So what do you do with that? Maybe you build an early robotics facility, so suddenly you can get a shuttle with a reaver, and now you're the one attacking really quickly. And I just always thought that that was so cool, that this style of Protoss play focused on spending the money to get enough defense. But if you just were good enough at the physicality, you could free up more money to be able to make new decisions. That's cool. My physical decisions help my, resource management decisions. And so in my first 2 years of grad school, I was really interested in trying to just make any game or prototype or thing that did this. And so I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool if I made a board game where you moved ball bearings on top of the board game and there were magnets underneath where you would like roll the ball bearing and the magnets would sort of like pull and push the ball bearing aside to where it would eventually land on a particular square on the board. And I don't know, maybe there would be some sort of strategy-like game where you'd have different ball bearings that had different properties to them, and you threw the ball bearings across this, magnetized board to, again, with execution, maybe you could get really unique, you could very carefully roll the ball bearing, loop it around this magnet, and land it here. But you had to be really precise with your aim. This was the idea, right? You had to get very good at the physicality, the execution aspect of rolling the ball bearings. And this would somehow impact the strategy side of things. Sacriel says, feels like rolling dice with extra steps. But things that with a dice roll, it's random, right? When you roll the dice, you don't know what's going to show up. This would be like if your chess pieces, you like struck the chess piece and it moved to wherever it arrived. This was kind of like the logic that I was going for. And so I knew that the first step to trying to make this board game prototype work was that I had to first establish the patterns of what even are common moves that you can do. And I couldn't fucking do anything consistently at all, period. I couldn't fucking get this ball bearing to actually hit this magnet around the corner in the way I wanted to. And I was just like, am I just bad at the game that I've just made? And remember, my brain is completely demented from playing StarCraft for 15 years at this point in my life. So I was like, well, it's probably a skill issue. I guess I just need to practice. So I just spent like a week, like every night, just like trying to like practice the rolling of this fucking ball bearing. And I just couldn't get any consistency, but I was like taking pages and pages of notes of like different angles and things. Because again, math major plus skill issue. Got to get a lot of documentation. Got to get the hours in, right? See if I can get my ball bearing APM up. And I mean, frankly, to even construct this board, I had to buy a bunch of magnets, which have all sorts of regulations on how they can be shipped. So I had to go to this like special location that was able to receive internationally shipped magnets to get my magnets. And then I had to like get the special tempered glass to tape these magnets underneath because I needed to make sure it was a smooth, consistent surface. And I was really struggling to get it to work. And then one of my friends who was an electrical engineer just looked at it and went, oh yeah, this is almost certainly, with how you position the magnets, an unstable, chaotic system. So there's almost certainly no way to do a consistent roll. And I went, what? And he was an electrical engineer who he started so many sentences with the most, I am a technical person and I know what the fuck I'm talking about word in the history of the English language. And that word that he used was recall, and then he'd say some stuff. What do you mean there's no consistency in how to roll? Well, if you'll recall the third electromagnetic equation from this guy, you'll recall that if this and this and this is true, that you had an unstable equilibrium. And if you'll recall from your math program, and I was like, I fucking know what a fucking unstable equilibrium is. That's at least one thing that I know. So, yeah, so that magnet game, I just brought it in, and we had to do like presentations where they'd be like, all right, so for the assignment for the last 2 weeks, we asked everyone to do thing blah. Sean, why don't you share with your other 9 classmates what you did? And I was like, well, here's a board game that doesn't fucking work. Now, I want you to appreciate the fact that most board games are just pieces being moved around in like a turn-based fashion. So the idea of it like not working is like, it's just a weird thing to say and to feel. I mean, that's like, how's your bowl of cereal? It doesn't work. Like, it's a weird fucking thing to say. And so all I did was stand up and be mad for a little bit, talking about this stupid magnet game that I had to spend all this money and I had to like travel to various locations to get stuff, and it just didn't work. So yeah, Sean and Lee know the good stuff. Oh my God. What grade did you get? Fire Spoon. I cared so little about grades by the time I got into grad school that I never looked at my grades. I have no idea how I did in any class. I don't know. If you're like, Sean, what's your GPA? I'm like, I have a diploma. That's about as much as I know. Yeah, I mean, who cares? No one turned into the stream and was like, well, hold on, what's this guy's GPA in his master's program? Like, no one cares. Oh, my God. All right. It's a good day to cry. I'm ready. Oh, my God. Huck and Kyla. Oh, my God. I lived with Huck and Kyla for, God, how many years? Was it like 4 years? Oh, my God. Oh, God, I got a story about Huck and Kyla, man. Oh, my God. Oh my God. Oh, okay. All right.
Hi, Sean. It's been a little while since we could hear you screaming on the other side of the wall.
Shit. Oh God, it was such a small house and I was so fucking loud. I was this loud then. I was this loud. They don't even have the benefit of like a compressor to help pull the noise down.
You tried to play horror games in your bedroom.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't miss the screaming, but we do miss you.
Oh my God. They were on the other side of the wall in Amnesia. If you watch my Amnesia playthrough, and I said my roommates were startling me, like, these are the roommates, okay?
Oh. To the next glory.
Screaming on the other side of the wall as you tried to play horror games in your bedroom.
Yeah, we don't miss the screaming, but we do miss you.
You've accomplished so much in these past 15 years, and we're both very impressed and very proud of you. We love you.
Congratulations on 15 years. Here's to many more.
Oh my God, wait. Wait, stay here. Okay. I stole one of their fucking mugs. I stole this. I stole this when I moved out 10 years ago. This is their mug. This is... Because I was going to miss him. And I know that it would have been more reasonable to say, could I have one of these mugs? But instead, I simply placed it into a box. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Oh, this is amazing. Oh my God, that's so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god, I'm gonna sob so much. So, I gotta get the cheers up here. We're gonna.
Congratulations on 15 years. Here's to many more.
The perfect freeze frame. So, Huck and Kyla, I lived with them around the time that I started doing the Day 9 TV streamy stuff. So they knew me before any of you did. And, similar to what I was talking about with Kevin, with Purge, 30 minutes ago, I found that period in that first year really emotionally difficult as well, because I had been a super diehard StarCraft 1 competitor for I took StarCraft extremely seriously from 1999, 2000, all the way to 2008-9 as just a player. Oh, excuse me. Just gotta blow my nose a little bit. Oh, gross. Oh my god. I really need to work on my nose blowing accuracy. Oh, goodness. And so I knew I didn't have enough time to compete in StarCraft 1. And that was, on one hand, it made sense because I had to practice so much Brood War just to stay competitive. But also, I was stepping away from StarCraft 1. And that was a really big part of my identity as a person, was no, I am a good StarCraft player. And I feel like this is something that has come up more and more and more in discussions across society, things connected to the nature of your identity. Not, I do thing X, but I am thing X. For me, it wasn't that I played StarCraft. It's that I was a StarCraft player. That felt really close and personal to me. And, this other thing where I thought that I was good at math, I was realizing I wasn't going to be able to keep doing that because it was too hard. And then I had this year-long period at USC where I just was really struggling to really find what I wanted to do, with anything. Who am I as a person? What do I want to spend my time doing? Who's Sean? And as many of you know, I've always been known for my work ethic. I'm really good at being a little worker bee. Even if I'm having a bad day or if I'm tired or things like that. And when I started streaming Day 9 TV, when I started doing video content about StarCraft, it wasn't just this kind of new invigoration, oh my gosh, I get to do this new thing, I get to be this new kind of person, but it's also connected to something that I adore, which is StarCraft. Oh my gosh. And if any of you have ever run a small business, there's infinite work to do. As much work as you want to do, there's work that's there. And there's also this incredible joy that you could bring people doing commentary or making video content. And so, there would be things like if I was really tired and I got a call to do an event the next weekend, no part of my brain even felt allowed to say, no, thank you, I'm too tired. Nowadays, I'm much better at that. I actually do feel allowed to say no. But literally when I first started doing Day 9 TV things, I didn't ever feel like I was allowed to turn it off. I felt like I had to keep doing any offer that came in. Because, frankly, there was just not a lot of money. So, yeah, if I just am tired, but I get to pay rent, yeah, I should just do that, right? So, I just, especially in 2010 when StarCraft 2 dropped, and then Twitch dropped, and then streaming started to really grow, and the esports space rapidly matured, and these new tournament circuits started to appear. I was out of town all the time. I remember in 2012, here's an example of what, for no one demanding that I do this, what I sort of subjected myself to alongside Eric. I was doing 200 educational broadcasts a year, 200 Day 9 dailies a year, including those Fun Day Mondays. I also was flying to 25-ish events a year. I was also putting on 4 live events for Red Bull, in addition to all that other stuff. So like doing the behind-the-scenes production work of trying to produce a live event. The Red Bull Battlegrounds events, or the Red Bull Lands back then. And also, we were operating a league called the After Hours Gaming League, which I was doing like weekly broadcasts for on top of those dailies and on top of all the travels. I mean, the reason why, for any of you who are in the After Hours Gaming League, the reason why we always did the broadcasts on Wednesday nights is because I was just so regularly leaving for travel on a Thursday and getting home on a Monday or a Tuesday that we just knew that that was probably the most guaranteed time. So during this period of my life, I'm just burning the candle at both ends. I'm giving myself no personal time at all. And again, I'm much more responsible about that now. And I do love a lot of the work that I do. I do like putting in long hours. But when I was first starting off, I really didn't feel like I was allowed to. I felt like people were counting on me, not just, colleagues, where if I wasn't streaming, the business wasn't making money, and they needed to be paid, right? Not just that sort of professional responsibility, but, StarCraft, to this day, is still like the most important thing that I've done in my life as an individual. Like, is playing that game and having that game be an opportunity to explore and understand myself better. And during this period of time, where I was just, again, it was unhealthy. I was just doing way too much. Every single time I came home, Huck and Kyla would really take care of me. They'd pick me up from the airport. They'd take me to the airport. They'd give me potato leek soup, which is still really good. Still need that recipe. They would encourage me to rest. They would talk to me about whatever stress I was feeling about the weekend. And I mean, like, in a lot of ways, I was honestly a pretty bad friend during this period of time. I mean, I was like a Tasmanian devil, right? I would like be in there working. Something frustrating would happen, and I'd leave my room and come out and be like, "Oh, this frustrating, this dumb thing happened. Oh my god, okay, I got to get back to work." Shut the door. Boom. And dude, Huck and Kyla were just ceaselessly patient and encouraging and supportive. And I love you both so much. Mwah. And it's funny, I actually, like, out of the blue, called Kyla, like, what was it? Called you guys, like, 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey, we haven't been talking in a while, man. Like, stupid pandemic and living in different cities. Oh, my God. And, yeah, and again, cheers. 3 cheers to both of you. Oh, my gosh. We're going to do so many stories. Oh my god. And I know Sacriel's coming up next.
Hey Sean.
Oh my god. Oh, fellow game dev, Earthcoin CFO. This is such a stupid joke from when we were at an event afterwards. And this predates crypto, is the jokes about Earthcoin. Oh my god.
Congratulations on your 15th anniversary with Day 9 TV. Wow, it goes back 15 years. That is crazy to think about. Back from the days of screaming at Daniel to get out of the water bottle.
Amnesia.
Through your Day 9, I remember the, what was the South Sandwich Islands video about the math of how to put 6 pieces on 9 different locations.
God. Yeah, okay, so when I was at USC, there was a... one of my classmates, James, he made a board game called The Gentlemen of South Sandwich Islands. And if you want to talk about someone that had like a really crisp creative voice, that was James, man. Like he there's this kind of way that a lot of how do I describe this? Also, oh my God, Z Sakura, another 25. Z Sakura, mwah! Sorry, everyone. I know that there's been a variety of distractions, aka I keep crying at all the lovely people that are leaving messages here. So if I missed you, I'm very, very sorry. But also, see, Chris, you can see on his face, he's just sick of these pauses and interruptions. But you know what? This is my anniversary, Chris. There's this thing I'm sure a lot of you have seen where there's a product, like let's just say a game. Hey, we're going to make a platformer. And what I want to mark as my creative expression is it's a platformer with this one mechanic. And then once that's done, all the other components to the game, it's very automatic that people go, okay, what am I supposed to do here? Here's an example. Oh, I have to make a trailer. What's a way that you make a trailer for a platformer game? Let me just look at what other people are doing. Oh, I need to write a description on the Steam page. How do people write a description? Let's just do that, you know? Dude, Lee, I'm talking about James and the South Sandwich Islands. Also, mwah, welcome to my podcast. But yeah, no. James just had this. He had an opinion about every single element of the game, about how it should be done. From the mechanics of the game, and it was a board game that I hardly even remember the rules, of just people kind of moving around areas, and some are connected and some are not, and there's rules around where the pieces can and can't go, and one's trying to catch the other. But he wanted to use this really surrealist art style. And then he's like, I want to make a video to promote the game. So you have a math background? Can you just do a video where you're walking through how many different combinations there are? And I did it, and James was like, no. You did it all wrong. You were doing that like you were presenting information. I want you to do it again, but kind of act like you're almost doing it in kind of a fiddly way, like you don't even care if I get the answer right. And I did it again. He's like, no, not quite that way. Like, you should turn towards the camera some. And like literally directed me to get this very particular feel that he wanted for this board game. And that has a lot of views on YouTube. Hold on, let me just do Day 9, South Sandwich Island. It has... Okay, let me just look up Day 9 TV math. Where is this video? Does this exist on the internet? I can't even find this video. Where is it? All right, someone can find it. Let me know. I was like hunting as hard as I could for it. But it got like 100 or 200,000 views. And it was just so interesting to me to just see this one weird, brief 15-minute interaction with James, where I had this particular perspective on how his game should be promoted. Because I was like, oh yeah, just let me know what you want. He's just like, no, I want you to do some math about the game, but act like you're ignoring me. And now here, Chris has referenced it. It's so good.
Through your Day 9, I remember the, what was the South Sandwich Islands?
There it is.
Video about the math of how to put 6 pieces on 9 different locations. All the Day 9 dailies, just absolutely God mode. Well, the one that stands out for me, Day 9 Daily 100, because the advice that your mother gave you when I watched that really resonated with me and changed my life. And I remember awkwardly trying to hold back the tears when I was fanboying when I first met you, trying to explain how much just that one Day 9 daily meant to me. But your channel has always been just a source of inspiration for me. The community, the commentary, the insight, the positivity, the humor. Oh. You are the gold standard, in my opinion, of the perfect Twitch channel. And it's been an honor and a privilege to be part of the community, to become your friend. And now we're fellow game devs. So the next few years are going to be
fellow game dev.
Probably pretty stressful for us both, but I'm really excited to see where we're headed. Thank you for being such an awesome friend, for all the help, all the care. You're an amazing human being. and we all love you. I'm going to go now before I cry. Bye.
It's the same face I'm kind of making right now. Oh. Yeah, let's get a more sly Chris face on. Oh my God, Chris is so nice. Oh, there's a particular topic that I don't really talk about that much. I mean, a lot of times it's just not relevant. But one thing that anyone who's in streaming, media, entertainment, period, there's a lot of opportunistic people who want to be your friend insofar as you can help them grow. And me and all sorts of other people have had this happen many times, where there's someone who you thought really was a friend that cared, and it turns out you were just kind of being used. You were a little stepping stone for whatever else it was. And I mean, and to be clear, I recognize that that's part of the experience, right? That's part of the experience. A lot of times there's people who you think is your friend and is your buddy, and then you just get to know each other more, and you're just like, actually, we don't work out as well as friends, and it kind of fades away. That's normal, There's also people that are like, hey, do you want to do a collaboration? And I think it'll be good for our viewership. They're very openly communicating about a business transaction type thing. But, it's... Sacriel is someone I would consider like a true friend. And, we met, obviously, through Twitch and streaming, and is someone that has always been really supportive and kind to me, particularly behind the scenes when I've been having a tough time. Chris is a lovely, thoughtful, brilliant human being. And also, I'm a huge fan of Sacriel. Don't get me wrong. Sacriel's probably going to be my number one watched streamer this year. All those sessions of Deadlock. But I think that Chris is someone I really cherish a great deal in the industry because of just how lovely of a human being he is. And it's really lovely to make a connection with someone in this kind of space that can be so volatile. And oh my God, did my internet just go out? Oh my God, is my internet out? Are we back? Oh God, my Twitch chat just went down. Are we live? Oh, thank God. Oh. And it's been especially fun being friends with Chris in the last, I don't know how many years it's been, 2-3 years since Chris has started using fellow game dev. Because Chris with Project Astrid, me with something ultra top secret that I can't tell any of you anything about it. To my fellow game dev, and more importantly, my friend Chris, love to you. Mwah. Oh.
The next few years are going to be probably pretty stressful for us both.
That's true.
I'm really excited to see where we're headed. Thank you for being such an awesome friend, for all the help, all the care. You're an amazing human being, and we all love you. I'm going to go now before I cry. Bye.
Oh my God, I have been unable to not cry a lot here. Okay. Oh. Whew. Okay. We're still going through the sweet messages. Oh.
Hi, Day9 TV. Congratulations on 15 years, and it's so amazing to see that you guys have gotten this far. I just wanted to say that it's been a journey, and that I am very grateful that you guys spun up AHGL when that happened. It was an amazing 3 years being an organizer. with the team. And Eric, I'm looking at you as we had those weekly meetings and
Dude.
Those live events that were eventually had. Those were also incredibly amazing. Sean,
Oh, they
I
were
don't think
so
I'll
stressful.
ever forget that time you casted bowling. That was such a trip. But yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cringe in half thinking about myself that day. Oh my god. Okay, wait, I'm gonna let Emily finish talking.
You guys also having AHGL in my life also was part of my career switch to being a technical program manager. So I just really want to thank you for the opportunity to be with you guys and just spend that time together. Thanks.
Okay. So wait, let's get perfect. This is the exact frame that we need. In the early days of AHGL, so for those of you that don't know, AHGL stands for the After Hours Gaming League. Oops. I want to get a slightly better freeze frame. All right, get out of here, Chris. Hold on. There we go. AHGL stands for the After Hours Gaming League. And it was started by me and Eric, where... Lee, by the way, goodbye, Lee. Have a great night. I have more words for you soon, Lee. The AHGL is basically corporate softball, but for video games. So the idea is you'd have a team from Facebook play against a team from Microsoft, and they'd be playing StarCraft 2 together. And the league would run for some number of weeks, and at the end, the top teams would play against each other in a bracket that would lead to a final, where the final would actually be like live casted, and we were really interested in trying to recreate the kind of like competitive fantasy. So we actually got the booths. If any of you remember the North American Star League, which was a briefly lived SC2 league that was in East Los Angeles. They had these... Okay, wait, where's MS Paint? Okay, so like... So this is less common now. A lot of times now, like if any of you have watched IEM, so here's the audience down here looking this way. There's a huge backdrop here. This is us looking from the top down. You'll have things like, here's a Counter-Strike team over here, and they have in-ear earbuds like what I have, and then they have over-the-ear sound-canceling headphones, and often those sound-canceling headphones are playing white noise. Or sometimes it's vice versa, where the earbuds will make the white noise, and then the heavy headphones are the ones playing the audio. And you'll basically have these players over here just in the open. They're just on a stage, hanging out, chilling. And so, back when I played StarCraft, there were these gigantic booths that you would get into. So, so here is what it would look like. We're going to try to draw this to scale. Not to scale. We're going to try to draw it somewhat accurately. So there would be like a glass pane here, and then there'd be like a glass pane here, and then inside they would just like have a desk with like a monitor facing this way, and then there would just be some fucking nerd in there. Here, I'll make him standing. He'd be playing, and then they'd have in the back there'd be a door here, so you'd actually have to like enter into the door, shut the door, and then you'd be playing in here. And that's how they did soundproofing in the StarCraft 1 days. And so StarCraft 1, the pro leagues, the OSL, the MSL, all these leagues had these booths, these pro gamer booths that you would go into. And so when North American Star League wanted to do their, live finals, they literally built these, they were so fucking heavy. I mean, it was like putting two like tanks on the stage, and they were like small, and like the air conditioning would not really vent very well in and out, so they started to get like really hot, and they tried to like line the inside with like soundproof foam and all this stuff. I mean, it was wildly uncomfortable to be in there. But it was actually pretty sweet, right? It had all of these qualities where you're just like, it's a little bit janky, but NASL had built this sort of like, I'm gonna draw it in red. They sort of had built these custom little support bars in here. I don't remember exactly how they looked, but they had these like extra little things in there, and they gave us the dimensions and told us to print off a piece of plastic. Or let me explain this better. They gave us the connection to the people that they used to get everywhere where it's red in the shittiest diagram of all time. They had all these custom Velcro posters. Can't remember what the right word for it is, but it was basically a way to decorate the outside of the booth. And so when it was time for us to get the HGL booths for the grand finals, we rented these from NASL, removed their decals. That's the word. Thank you, Hangman's News. Yeah. We removed the NASL ones. We put on the HGL ones, thanks to NASL providing all the specifications for it. Yeah. Vine says it's like a vinyl. Yeah, it's like that's the word. Yeah, it's the vinyl decal that you can like slap on there. And so this was the kind of idea, this was the fantasy of those early after hours gaming league events was, dude, everyone's talking about being the best pro of all time, how to become, like 300 APM Grandmaster. HGL was about, let's just make it like fun, where you're having like gold leaguers playing against each other in a pro league style format, and whoever wins the finals will get to donate $5,000 to the charity of their choosing. And this thing, I mean, it effectively like broke even and was a huge amount of work. And there were a bunch of amazing people that helped make it possible, including FilthyRake, aka Damon, who we saw earlier, and Emily. And so, like, during this period of time, like, I cannot stress enough, just trying to get people to show up for a match is hard in the esports space. Trying to get working professionals that work in, like, Silicon Valley, like, the first companies were, like, Facebook and Microsoft, Zynga. I'm trying to remember who was some of the first teams in there. Google. Did I say Google already? There's a lot of the big tech companies. And like, these people have real deadlines and like real work. Yeah, Amazon was in there. Yeah, thank you, Shtukumet. And so like, the only way we were able to actually get coordination to work properly was having tons of help from the players themselves. And Emily was amazing at not just taking on the mantle of helping organize Herding the Many Cats, but like 1,000,001 other logistical things. I mean, absolute powerhouse human being. And of course, remember, these are all working professionals. She continues to kick ass her day job. And what Emily was talking about is that at the end of the After Hours Gaming League finals, where again we got the booths in, got the decals on. I think it was, I want to say it was Microsoft versus Zynga. Was it that year? I remember the finals, and I remember the bowling events, but I don't remember which year plugs into which thing. In any case, we always rented like a bowling alley to have like a little after party thing. And at one of the bowling alleys, they gave me the microphone to do commentary of the bowling. And of course, I'm just doing commentary on like the 2 or 3 lanes that we have, but it's broadcasting through this enormous fucking bowling alley. I mean, it was everywhere. And a bunch of like drunk, they looked like jocks. They had like, their standard jock attire and attitude. Bro, you're not funny, bro. Would you get off that mic? God. And like sloshing a pitcher of beer around and yelling at me. And I was like so self-conscious, and I was like, he's right. I don't want to interrupt all these other bowlers. He just came here to bowl. I was so embarrassed, man, because here's the thing. getting an event ready, almost always there's some reason to not sleep the night before. So there was really low on sleep. You have to get there really early. There's all sorts of problems. Cords aren't plugging into each other. The TriCaster that actually emits the broadcast, it isn't taking the signals properly. Are we even going to be able to have an event? And I'm like running on adrenaline, and then I'm doing commentary, and we get through it, and I do the awards, and thank you so much. Then it's like, all right, let's go to the party. So I'm like dazed, running on adrenaline. Someone hands me a microphone, and it's like, Sean, go do some commentary and be funny. And let me tell you, those jocks were right. I was unbelievably not funny at all. For those 7 minutes, I was the least funny person in Southern California. And those poor drunken jocks that just went there to bowl, they're right. Oh my God. But dude, this is literally, I think, the best part about doing anything in a space where there's like a community that also loves it, is you just get to meet awesome people that are doing awesome things.
TV, congratulations. I'm very grateful that you guys spun up AHL.
Emily is one of the greats.
Happened. It was an amazing 3 years being an organizer with the team. And Eric, I'm looking at you as we had those weekly meetings and those live events that were eventually had. Those were also incredibly amazing. Sean, I don't think I'll ever forget that time you casted bowling. That was such a trip. But yeah, you guys also having AHL in my life also was part of my career switch to being a technical program manager. So I just really want to thank you for the opportunity to be with you guys and just spend that time together. Thanks.
Oh my God. Oh, Rob. Oh my God. These are all the best human beings.
Hey Sean, congratulations on 15 years. What an amazing achievement.
Oh, and there's Rob. Look, I found you. There you are. You're a VIP. Prepare to watch me get weepy, Rob.
I just wanted to say that working with you on Straits of Danger was an absolute joy. And I ended up winning in two ways. First of all, I think we made a game that was truly groundbreaking in many ways.
Yeah.
And secondly, and maybe more importantly, I gained a great friend. So thanks again, and here's to another 15 years.
Oh my God. And I have the stats. Hold on. I think I can load it up here. Yeah. Straits of Danger. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about Straits of Danger because that's what Rob brought up first, and then I'm going to get weepy about Rob being so sweet. Okay. Oh, look at that. Stats of Danger. Oh, someone was really working overtime on the cleverness. Okay. Okay, let me back up. So, and I'm going to keep old Bobby Digitalis on screen. Oh yeah, very cunning. There you go. That's your freeze frame, Rob. So, Rob makes an absolutely sensational product called .Big Bang. And you can find it at, you know what, I'm just going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up on the website. .bigbang.com. Can we open this up? Yeah, look at this. Hold on, let me just... Oh, there you go. Like, truly an absolutely spectacular site and product. It's all HTML5. You can just start clicking on any of these games and they load immediately in browser. It's also a game making tool. So if you want to like make little prototypes, make full game experiences, make an interesting town to explore around. It's got this brilliant voxel editor. It's got really user-friendly scripting. It has a ton of assets that other people have created that you can kind of drag and drop in. I think it's spectacular. I have actually done a number of streams of .Big Bang just because I think it's awesome, including for some of their recent game jams. I cannot say enough about how cool .Big Bang is. And many, many years ago, when the heck was it 2019? Was it 2020? When time's been a little bit tricky for me lately. when Dot Big Bang was, I don't know if it was in its infancy, but for the sake of storytelling, it was in its infancy. And, you know, Rob, who is a just longtime game industry veteran, has worked on all manner of stuff over the last 20 years. Whatever you'd like me to share or not share, Rob, I trust that you will tell me in chat. Whatever your biggest highlight is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Rob. Rob is an unbelievably ancient developer. And Rob was looking for just more interesting opportunities to do cool stuff with Dot Big Bang, specifically around the fact that, hey, if you have, like, the browser is how you play the game, you can get a bunch of people to hop in and, like, play together. And Rob, being the forward-thinking, brilliant human that he is, suggested that we collaborate to make a game that the whole community could play together. That it could actually be not, here's a game that 4 people can play co-op, or that each person plays by themselves, but there's a scoreboard, something like this. And we got the chance to work with Rob's team for, God, I mean, it was months of working together, meeting regularly, testing the game, playing it, not just working out what tech would need to be made for it, but also what would make the design of the game improve. And I'm opening this up. I'm literally going to open up my own YouTube. I'm Googling myself. Oh God, he's become too vain. He's Googling himself. Straits of danger. All right, I have to mute this because it's going to be insanely loud if I open it up. And I'm sure I'm going to open it up and it's going to be an advertisement for like Hero Wars or something. All right, here we go. All right, so... All right, I'm getting to the right part. Okay, let me show you, because this is one of my favorite things I've done in my entire life. Are you ready, everyone? Are you ready? All right, hold on. I'm gonna click over it like this, and then I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna drag this here. I'm gonna full screen this here. I'm gonna come back like this, and I'm gonna do this. Okay, so that you'll find me with hair behind me. But so the way that this game worked, and can I get off this? Can we get on 1080p, please? So the way this works is this is a barge, and you can see, it's a little hard to see here, but you can see each person has a character that they move around with WASD, and they can jump, and they have a jetpack, and they can fly around. And you'll see there's these buttons that are on the barge. There's going to be 20 people that are on the barge. Each of these buttons does something to the floating barge. So, for instance, standing on this button shoots the thrusters out. Standing on this button shoots a thruster this way to rotate the back. This is a cannon, and when it fires, by standing on one of these buttons up here, it sends a ricochet force back through the rest of the barge. And so, when was this? This was 4 years ago. Oh my God. And so, the more people stand on the button, the stronger the force of that is. So here we need to turn. So you'll see people trying to like steer around and turn. You'll see them. Oh, they got to back up. No, you have to, guys go to the left side. You have to go to the left side to stand on it. And so, like, you can see them trying to reverse. They're doing a terrible job of steering this. Yeah, student driver, you like that? Yeah, some of the great touches. So I think I reset the game because everyone was doing such a terrible job. But if we advance forward in this game, and of course you can see that I'm broadcasting what we broadcasted back then, which is in Chrome. All of this is running in browser, and the way that we got everyone in is we just said, hey everyone, click this link, first 20 people that join are going to be on the barge. And I think you can actually still play this game. This was so unbelievably fun. And, you know, coming back to... Sean looks so upset being obscured. Let me just cover up this one. So let me go like this, like this, like this. Back to this fantastic man here. Rob and his team were amazing for helping make this, working with us, but as many of you have seen over the last few years in the gaming industry especially, there's often a lot of pressure that people feel when they want to do some sort of game prototype thing where they're like, let's play it safe. Let's just do the popular thing that's over there. Like, hey, Sean, we want to collaborate with you on making a game together, but let's make sure it's just a battle royale because those are popular right now. Or maybe we do a miniature MOBA because we know that that's a reliable thing. And we want to do some crazy stuff. And dude, Rob was like, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's make it happen. And I mean, to the point where we even got the ability for however many people who wanted to join could, and they could spam emotes around the barge. And one of the things that I was so grateful for during that entire process is that one of the things that can be really difficult when you're working on a project is when you're burnt out or you're tired or there's other things in life going on that you don't really want to bring to work. You want to try to, we have a scheduled meeting, let's get the work done, let's stay focused, let's keep pushing ahead. And I mentioned before, I'm pretty damn good at just pushing ahead. But Rob is an unbelievably kind and perceptive person, and without me even needing to say it, once or twice, I distinctly remember Rob going, hey, you know what? Let's just wait another week. Let's just take a day, And I was talking a little bit about what was going on. Like, hey, if there's things that are taking a lot of energy right now, you know what? We'll make it work. Why don't you just take a week off working on the project and we'll just handle it. It was so nice to just feel treated like a human being, in that way. And since then, I've gotten the chance to hang out more and more and more with Rob, and we sometimes do Friday night socials where we do video calls and hang out, and it has been so wonderful to get to call you a friend, Rob, and for all your amazing help, not just on my personal projects, but on all the sort of professional questions I've had about things. Your guidance as a mentor and as a friend means the world to me. So mwah to you, Rob. And Straits of Danger, oh my God, this is so funny. This is so funny. Look at this. Rob tried to put a bunch of hearts and our bot timed him out for spamming. That's amazing. Watch yourself, Rob. You're going to be banned. It means the world to me. Don't fucking spam emotes in my chat, Rob. And we should do a Straits of Danger night again soon. We should absolutely do it again, because that again is one of my favorite things that I have ever gotten to do in my entire life, and I think the entire world needs to suffer through those obstacle courses. Okay, Okay. Oh, Marcus. Oh my God. Marcus is going to fucking cry. I can tell you right now, this man is about to cry. If he doesn't cry, my career's canceled. Because that's how willing I am to bet upon what I am seeing from this man.
Sean, Day 9, Plot. What's up? It's Dr. Wheat. And I just first and foremost want to say congratulations on 15 years, brother. It's amazing, and you are hands down a pioneer in this space, not only in live streaming, but in esports content, and esports commentary. And for that, I will always recognize you. There's so much I feel like I could say in the limited amount of time that I have. And I thought about
Marcus and I, if you ask us to give a 30-second take, it'll be about 20 minutes. Like, this is something that we share in common. It's why we work so well together as a commentary duo.
About it quite a bit. And whether it's many stories that I have that you and I shared, whether at an esports event or on a vacation or just a random moment that I will forever think about. There's one thing that I wanted to say I really appreciate you for, and that is the fact that you are unapologetically you, both on and off camera.
Hell yeah.
And I've been in this space for a long time, and I've seen a lot of creators. I've met a lot of creators. I've worked with a lot of creators, and some of them have an on-air persona and an off-air persona, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I love about you is that what I get on air is what I get off air, and what I get off air is what I get on air. And no matter what, you're just Sean Day 9 Plot. Someone who is authentic, someone who is witty, someone who is respectful, someone who just oozes positivity and good vibe. And I've always appreciated you for that and what you bring to the table. Live streaming, esports, Twitch, it just wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for you. And I hope this 15 years is not a middle milestone. I hope it goes on for many, many more years until you are like, all right, I've got to be done. But until then, keep doing what you do. I think you know how much I love you. I love your family. I just can't say enough how much you've impacted positively my life, my family's life as well. And I know the lives of many streamers. Sean, you're incredible. You're amazing. Happy 15th anniversary. This is not an anniversary that a lot of people even get the opportunity to hit. And you did so in stride, making a lot of memories along the way. And I thank you for letting me be a part of those memories. Love you forever, brother. Happy 15th.
Okay, so he didn't cry. Oh God, I have to cancel myself. Oh. There's DJWheat. I see you. I see you. Oh my God. Marcus. Oh, I'm going to tell some stories about you, Marcus. Oh, DJWheat says, Sean, your career is okay because the stream came when I hit stop. I knew it. No, I know Marcus. I know Marcus too well. I know DJWheat too well. Often when there was an emotional event maybe there was a really beautiful interview that a player did, or there was a really, gut-wrenching loss and someone was eliminated. And it was always a race to see if DJWheat or I would be patient zero for crying. Like, we share that in common, my friend. And a little bit about DJWheat, for those of you who do not know. First of all, no one will ever be a silver fox better than DJWheat. I mean, look at that hair. Look at that beard. Look at how effortlessly handsome DJWheat is. Octavia says, this is such an intense stop in the VOD. Yeah, actually, there we go. For those of you that don't know DJWheat, I have talked many times during this broadcast about starting in 2009, back before Twitch was a thing, back before, you could even earn money when you had to pay. DJWheat predates fucking everybody. And all the people that I've been talking about by, God, I want to say at least 5 years. And so when I started doing broadcasting, there were a few others that also were starting up around that time, It Me JP, GLHF TV. A lot of players were starting to stream their gameplay. Every single person in the space, and me included, would call DJWheat for help. Would just call DJWheat. And so much of what drove so many of us was the passion. This was, for me, StarCraft was, it was a game that, it was an escape in a lot of ways, and a sense of building my own identity and who I was. It was, I hated high school. I got bullied and beat up and stuff, but I could go play StarCraft and I could like be somebody. And for so many others in the space, like my story's not uncommon. Games were a place where they found their home and their communities, and their people. And in those early days, it was really hard because you would spend so much time and put in so much effort and so many hours and like bare your heart in these broadcasts to try to just do a good job, and there was constantly things going wrong. Constantly just stresses due to late payments, or you had a sponsorship pull out and you weren't sure you were going to be able to do it. And I cannot tell you how many times I called Marcus in those early days, like freaking out about something, or I guess messaging Marcus on Skype, freaking out, worried, panicked. For me, it was everything felt so scary. I mean, I think doing any new business is scary. Doing any kind of broadcasting is scary. Putting your face and attaching your identity out there in the public is scary. And, it just felt like there was no one to turn to, but there was DJWheat, man. And the, a lot of those early events that I put on, not just the ones that I was doing commentary for, but also like, the ones where I was trying to like be the organizer, I was crackling at the seams being stressed. And the number of times that Marcus just caught me. When you're looking at your co-commentator, you can see they're like having a moment. Anytime I had a moment, DJ would just immediately step in. I even remember, oh my God, I'm getting like my heart rate's going up just thinking about it. There was this like, it was a Red Bull Battlegrounds event, and I was out on stage, and they were like, Sean, you're going to introduce the players. I was like, okay. And I had a little thing prepared, and I was going to be on stage, so I like had my phone with my notes on it, because I wanted to make sure I called the players out in the correct order, and it would be my voice booming, and I would call the players out, they'd come out, and then when I saw that it was the last player, I'd put my phone / my notes away, and then the camera would come to me and I'd welcome everyone to the event. And when I went out there, you have this little microphone that's like this. And generally, you will have this ear open, and in your left ear, you'll have an earbud that the director can talk to you in. So for instance, here's a normal thing that happens is I'd walk out, I'd have a little microphone taped to my face, or I'd have like a handheld mic and I'd still have the earpiece in. And I would say something like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, the Red Bull Battlegrounds. But if I'm walking out and they say, Sean, we need 15 more seconds for the player, I hear that in my ear. And I what do? I'm just going to speak for longer. I'm going to go, ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling tonight? I'm waiting for the director to say, okay, players ready. Go, Day 9, go. Like, so there's always this variability in how long the transitions are. And this is why sometimes you'll see hosts and commentators of esports events kind of like making weird sentence constructions because they were about to close and go to commercial, but then they're told they need to fill for another 30 seconds before they can go. Yeah, vamping, Night Poker, you got it. And so I go out there and I go, ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling? Everyone's like, yeah. And I can hear that my earpiece is dead. So I'm not hearing anything. But I know what's going to happen next. I know that what's supposed to happen is, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to the Red Bull Battlegrounds. And then they're going to just show a light on that player here and this player here. So I know what I'm looking for. And, earpieces go bust. It's really common. Annoyingly common. And I go out there and I go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Red Bull Battlegrounds. And fucking nothing happens. And I'm just there on stage, and all of a sudden, like a spotlight goes on me, and I'm like, put my phone away, and I'm like, hey everyone, like, I have fucking no clue what's going on. And so I'm just on a stage talking to a bunch of people, but things that I know that I probably shouldn't talk about who the players are, because they should be coming out in a second, right? And what do I really talk about? So I'm just starting to fill, and I don't know what's happening. And then from downtown, DJWheat just comes out. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, it's DJWheat, and Marcus just handles it. And then it's me and Wheat, and Marcus, I assume, has a working earpiece. And Marcus knows what's up and just gently corrals me to where we're going to be. And when I say corral, I mean tries to make sure that the flow to the audience looks good, brings me over to the casting setup where we can begin to show things that have graphics and talk about other things. And Marcus just leads me through the entire thing until it turns out like a bunch of the players like weren't there. So people were trying to find players and my earpiece broke. That's what went wrong. But my God, that's like one example of like 100 examples of the kind of thoughtfulness and kindness and saving that DJWheat has done over the years just for me alone. And he's done this for so many people. And I'm so grateful to know you, Marcus. I love you. Mwah. You're someone that I will always look up to in this space. If you ever want to learn how to be a good host and how to keep your shit together and how to navigate any situation, DJWheat's your guy. DJWheat's your guy. Oh,
Making a lot of memories along the way, and I thank you for letting.
Oh, that's right. I paused you on a different frame. I was like, oh, he's still talking. All right.
Love you forever, brother.
There we
Happy
go.
15th.
Oh my God. Oh my God, this is such a sweet. Oh, these are the mods. Oh my God. And you can tell we're millennials because we make a heart like this. If you're younger, you do this. Oh my God. This is one of the greatest. This is one of the greatest presents I have ever gotten. Thank you all so much. Oh. And there's more. We got even more. But first, I just want to give a shout out to, in no particular order other than left to right, Jess 9000, Octea, Phenomena, Tuesday, Cerebral 09, Collision Witty, Adrian Tumbleweed Girl, Chain Chomp, Martha Vader, AD Disorder, She Took a Mint, Ghosty, Kitty for Cats, Rauko, and Rhetorical Meow. It is so lovely what you've done. You guys are the best. You guys are so sweet. Oh my goodness. Oh. And now for some of the stuff that I got a little distracted by because I was a little emotional. Let's talk about some stats, baby. Stats of danger. 50. Remember Straits of Danger, how I brought this stat page up and I forgot to go back to it? Oh my God, look at that. We had 55,000 plays across all the Straits of Danger games, and they were online for a brief period of time. Hopefully they're coming back. There were 4,000 people playing concurrently during the second Straits of Danger stream. 4,170 hours played across all SOD games. And oh my God, can I just say, I just saw enter into chat. There's someone I really need to thank more than anything. I get emotional every time. I remember getting emotional 10-year video. To one of the dearest friends I will ever have in life, to Eric, who founded Day 9 TV with me, as of everyone through the years, Eric has been so steady and so hardworking and so brilliant, and all the stuff that at the front end you see my little face stapled to. None of it would have been possible without Eric, period. Eric is more family to me than friend, and I'm so grateful for you spending 15 years working with me, and I hope to work with you for another 15. There's no escape. Love you forever, man. Oh my God. Oh, and sorry if I missed you earlier, because, I mean, honestly, my eyes have been a little watery, so I haven't been able to see in chat. Oh my God. Yeah, Eric does so much shit behind the scenes. It's ridiculous. And you know, here's a fun story. Also, Hollow Flame, thank you for the 27 gifties on our beautiful 15-year anniversary. I still remember I was in college, met Eric, one of the very first people I met in college in 2004. So I have known Eric for 20 years now. And I remember, we stayed friends post college when I was in grad school, and Eric was in grad school as well. And I remember going on a walk and thinking to myself, I wonder if Eric wants to just start a business. And I just called Eric and just was like, let's talk about, I don't know, business. I had no idea what it meant to start a business. I had no idea what I wanted to do. It just felt something like just do like the businessy thing. And like, we had all manner of like different ideas for things, of like, because during that period of time, like doing social networks was really big. It was like, oh, maybe we can do like a gamer social network, or maybe some sort of matchmaking service that, not romantic matchmaking, but like, I want to play a one-on-one game of Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Where can I go to find someone? Where's the big looking for game thing? And we just talked for, God, must have been like a year, 18 months, something like that, until eventually Day 9 TV started to like kind of blow up. And it was like, I don't know, is this a business? And I mean, there's so many things that went fucking wrong. There were so many like challenging work schedules, ideas we tried that like didn't pan out, a lot of tough lessons to learn, but at no point in time did I ever have any doubt in Eric. Eric's the GOAT. So I just want to join you, Eric, imagine me and all the other mods doing this directly for you. Yeah. Oh, let's go back and look at those stats, huh? I don't know. This is the shittiest transition I've ever done. Okay, like I'm not at DJWheat levels. Okay, look, here's a fucking graphic. All right, there you go. Here's the stats of Danger, and also behind this is, oh my gosh, this is of all the VODs that I've uploaded to YouTube. Really? This is the breakdown. Oh, look, Hearthstone. Hearthstone is on there 14% as well as Heathstone, which I've never done any videos of. Maybe I had one thing incorrectly labeled as Heathstone and it shows up. We have still the most amount of videos I've uploaded to my YouTube is StarCraft. Wow. No, I guess other. Other is a little bit too broad, and day off at 20.5%. I'd also like to give a special shout out to that orange sliver on the left, the highlight. We have an amazing editor by the name of Ed, and any of the highlights or the shorts or any edited footage you've seen, I mean, that's Ed. Oh, Octavius says 3 VODs are Heathstone. Oh, that's where it is. Let's go, Ed. We also have another stat page here. Let me open up this thing. Now, here's what's so funny, okay? Here's a stat page compiled by the mods where the data on Twitch only goes back to April 3rd of 2017. So that's 7 years, 6 months, and 14 days. Beyond that, I streamed for an additional 7 years and 6 months. Okay? I want you to appreciate the fact that this is just half of my streaming stuff. Isn't that insane? Okay, so there's 100,000 unique chatters on Twitch, one of which has sent over 100,000 messages. I have some suspicions. We got 19 of y'all sending over 10,000 messages. Name and shame. Who? I would not be surprised if it was Albatross of Time or Phantom of Ares. I would not be surprised. That would be my guesstimation on that. New Sunshine says, was it Shaz getting banned over and over again? Yeah, I am the Shaz. It's a regular chatter, baby. Could be. Could actually very well be. Van Berry says, oh, I've got rookie numbers for sure. There's no way it's me. Well, see, the tough part is I have a very sort of continuous flow of my experience with chat. And I remember looking over some time frame. And Van Berry's, you were like number 2. Was it I Am the Shaz? Also, Baco Taco, it's so great to see you. There was exactly 4 million messages sent, and I read every single one. Yeah? All right, so messages sent by the most active user was 113,000. 3% of all messages. That's insane. Oh my God, that's incredible. 1 in 35 messages is sent by redacted. Oh, look at this. This is an SCP file right here. Discord. This date is for Twitch only. This is, we have 13,000 unique chatters in Discord. We have 0 people sent 100,000. Okay. Well, it's time for redacted to make their mark, eh? Wow. Super active there. You know, I actually think that this is one of the most important things to observe. There's 13,000 unique chatters. People who are actually typing and chatting in a community represent a fraction of all the people that are just lurkers who just show up and who read stuff. I have Discords where I basically don't really post. I just read through chat channels and so on and so forth. But this contingent of people, come on, highlight for me, PDF. Damn it, there we go. This contingent of people represents about 500, roughly. Most of the identity of any community is that small amount of people. And I'm really grateful for all the lovely chatters on our Discord who are so pleasant and welcoming and inviting. Because believe me, I lurk my own Discord. I show up there and read through things. Yeah, Hollow Guard, Scarlet Fire, I see you. I see you. I have a huge amount of gratitude to all the regular posters who don't just post here in Twitch chat, but also post on the Discord, post in the YouTube comments. There's only so much positivity that I can bring. I literally do not have enough hours in the day to do the volume of comments that help make the community what it is. It's really thanks to you carrying this, again, warmth and cheer and welcoming attitude that I think makes the Day 9 TV Discord so lovely. And I give so much credit to you and to the mods for helping create that. My God, another 3.5 million messages. Oh, and we've also done giveaways on the channel. Now, when I say giveaways, this is like, hey, I have 2 free game codes to this game. If any of you want to sign up, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. And look at this. There are 5 people that have done over 100 giveaways. That's so insane. That's awesome. And honestly, this is kind of one of the things that I like about gift subs in general. I like the fact that it is bringing someone into an experience, you know, or same thing with giveaways, bringing a joy to another community member. Man. So with that, let me just go over here. Let me go over here, and let me do this. Yeah, watch this. Here we go. Bang. And. Yeah. I'm going to leave this one up. Let me just, again, thank the modding team so much for helping put this together. You've really made a meaningful impact on not just today, but on my life. And I can't thank you enough for just squeezing little tears out of me today and showing the love. I'm going to be streaming Factorio on Wednesday and on Thursday. I'm going to be streaming next week as well. Doing mostly walking on Monday with Sean and Lee that were in the video. Oh. And to everyone, and with my stolen chicken mug from Huck and Kyla, let me just say cheers to all of you. You know what? It would not be a proper cheers without actual fluid in there. There we go. Ah, there it is. Cheers to all of you for 15 years of Day 9 TV. Here's to another 15, huh? Mm-mm-mm. Nah.